Hi.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
yeah, let's do this. Oh, we're in matching stripes as well. Perfect.
Got the memo.
Yeah. So hi. We I'm Lucy, by the way.
And
And
I'm Vicky.
this is Vicky. We usually meet on a Wednesday afternoon, don't we?
Yeah.
For a walk with our little boys and my dog. And we have like a power walk down the seafront and a chat about work and mum life and anything else that comes out, really. A good hour vent, basically.
Pretty much what it is, isn't it?
Brainstorm and, yeah. And yeah, we can't do that at the moment, can we? So we thought this would be a really good way to do it, and why not record it? We'll see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So shall I go first?
Yeah, go on, you go first.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, I'm Lucy. I am I'm a modern calligrapher, lettering artist, and workshop tutor. I think that covers everything. And also full-time mum to a 1-year-old, Jasper. And what about you?
Sorry, I was just rearranging my screen. Yeah, so I'm Vicky. I'm a service pattern designer. So I've freelanced for the last few years now, and also do some teaching. And yeah, so my little boy is about 3 months older than Jasper. Is that right? I think that's right.
So, yeah, so about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, about that.
And then I guess we should say also how we met, shouldn't we?
Well, we met at baby groups, didn't we? Last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the boys were very small, and we got chatting, and that's when we started going for walks and things. And then we didn't tell each other this, but we were both like, I kept on going home going, she just seems so familiar, and I just don't know why.
Yeah.
And it was one of those, but then you think, I've met so many mums at baby groups, and
Yeah.
whatever. And then we got talking, and then I talked about my workshops that I teach.
It was on one of the early walks, wasn't it? Like one of the first ones we did.
Yeah, and you said, oh my gosh, I did one of your workshops.
I did.
Must have been a couple of years ago. So obviously, and circumstances and situation just didn't twig. But yeah, so Vicky actually
I remember, Lucy, though, on that walk, I don't think we'd had much of a kind of like a business chat before, but no. I remember on that walk, and you had said something about either maybe, doing a workshop or having to do some work whilst Jasper was asleep. And I remember thinking, oh my God, she's running a business at the same time. And I was so desperate to meet somebody in the same situation as me that understood like how that was working around having quite a young child. And so from then on, I was just like, I have to speak to this girl every week at least, just to kind of vent. And as you said, like brainstorm and just run ideas past. I was really desperate for, that sounds so horrible. I was really desperate for you to be my friend. But I just
be my friend.
No, I don't have any other friends. But yeah, just it was just such a relief to find somebody that was also trying to do something alongside, like during maternity as well, and understanding like how hard that can be. Like,
oh gosh, yeah. I was the same. I was exactly the same, because every other mum that I felt like I'd met, so many, obviously everyone's in a different boat, but so many mums were either on maternity leave, so their main thing was maternity leave, and they're off with their baby, and that's it. And obviously that's not it, that life is hectic as anything with a baby, but they weren't trying to run a business, or they were going back to work, and they were kind of going to baby groups maybe once a week on their day with their baby. And there was never really, I hadn't met anyone that was doing what I was doing. So it was exactly the same. It was like,
there must be more people around as well, but I don't think quite obviously there's that window of time that you get when the children are that similar age as well, because
it's quite difficult to find.
And that's why it works so well, us doing our Wednesday afternoon walks, because actually they were both on the same kind of schedule.
Yeah,
as much as a baby,
even though there's a few months between them. Yeah, they're still definitely they're still on that lunchtime nap, and then we go out. we go.
Yeah. Oh. Because also it was a time that they're both quiet, more or less.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Felix will have a
We've had a few whingy walks, but
yeah. But so for me, like being able to go out and just, even if I'm then on my own, if when Felix is either asleep in the pram or like awake but in the pram and entertained, he's quiet, so my brain just then has the opportunity to kind of process anything else that I wanted to do. And so actually fitting those walks in on those afternoons with you as well, just I used to really look forward to them.
Yeah,
hence why we're now here zooming instead.
I mean, it's not as sunny in my dining room, but and I'm not getting as much exercise, but no, it's good though, because we can still bounce ideas off each other, and maybe just, I don't know, but this is quite organic. We didn't plan this too much because we didn't want to say, well, this is what we're going to talk about exactly, because it's nice to kind of have a bit of a flow to it. So maybe we can just, talk about something that we're working on, or
what are you working on at the moment? Actually, I haven't actually had a chance to really have a proper chat about it.
No, we haven't. So
what are you working on, Lucy?
What am I working on? I am desperately trying to get my online workshops sorted, because obviously, well, I don't know, for those who don't know, I teach brush lettering workshops, so I have done for the last 3 years, and I had loads lined up for the next few months, but obviously current situation means that I've had to cancel or postpone all of them. So I thought, well, I need to get them online because people want to learn something new while this is all going on. So it's just hard because going back to the mum life, I'm trying to do that in a very, very small window of time, which is, well, in an ideal world would be 2 hours at lunchtime. But he obviously doesn't get the memo that I need 2 hours.
Unlike the Stripe one that we've got.
Unlike the Stripe memo, he wakes up early. So it's really hard. So just trying to fit everything in. And what I've started doing now, I think, it's the only way I'm going to get stuff done is list. I mean, I'm a list writer anyway, but like write myself a list the day before and what I want to achieve.
You know what you've got to do. Yeah.
Because otherwise, I was telling my husband about Harry, my husband yesterday, I said to him, if I don't write a list, he goes down for a nap and I go, right, I'm just going to make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to get a biscuit, and then I'm just going to sit down and write a list of what I need to do. And by the time I've done all that, I've only got like
an hour left.
Half an hour. So I'm just trying to be
what
a
I
bit
do
more
as well is, like, if I'm get interrupted, so if I'm in the middle of something, Felix normally waking up early, I will write like where I got to. So then then when I come back to it, like, or whatever that next design idea was. So I don't know, say I wanted to try introducing some textures into the background, I will write introducing textures into the background, like, or whatever color thing was in my head, or the shapes, or whatever it was that my next like step was going to be, I write it down. So then, and I found that really useful. So then when I can come in, there's no 10-15 minutes of like, right, what was I doing, where was I, or like, let's just open up, that's fine. That's like, so I actually go, that's what I was doing. And then because I've got, it reminds me of that kind of idea, I then,
you can just
I feel like I get started a lot quicker. Would you say then that the hardest thing over the last kind of 2 weeks, because what are we're now in the 3rd week of lockdown, aren't we?
Third week started we're in the
yesterday. So would you say the hardest thing for you has just been trying to fit everything in time-wise around Jasper?
Massively. But then I suppose I haven't lost any time.
It's weird
in the last 2 weeks, because I
had to do that anyway.
Would have to be looking after him anyway. But I feel like because we haven't got baby groups, or there's no structure to each day. So on some days, like before pre-COVID, BC, but before COVID, we had like some days where like Wednesday afternoon was our walk. So Mondays was one group, Tuesdays was something else, etc., etc. So then I knew that on those days I may not get anything done work-wise, but on some days I'd try and slot things in. But because we haven't got that, I feel like every day is long. I don't know, it's really, really, really hard. I'm really struggling to kind of structure anything. So
last week for me, end of last week, I got to a bit of a low, and I felt actually really, really unmotivated, which is so not like me as well. Like, I'm normally so motivated and driven to like do stuff and finish things. But I think partly that was, well, I had a cold. Felix had a cold. You know, I was just feeling a bit run down maybe, but also like Felix is bored inside. He's fed up with all of his toys, even though like they're on rotation. We've been outside. He's explored the garden. He's, you know, played putting the stones in a watering can for however long. And then, so because he's bored, he starts then being naughty, which is, then I get more stressed because I'm trying to like finish off and do stuff. And he's just, you know, in the way, and not in the way, but like just needing that attention and stimulation, I guess. And then I just found myself really struggling to not get snappy. But then it's not
so
his
hard,
fault, like,
isn't it?
I feel it's my responsibility to entertain him and make sure he's having as a happier day as possible. And then, but then at the same time, I'm thinking, oh, I've got everything. There's a massive pile of stuff on the table, and I just need to get dinner on. And he's just, and he's at a stage now where he really knows that he's not allowed to do something, and so will then deliberately go and do it. And it's not like before I could distract him and totally forget. Like now,
he knows.
I'll distract him, and then half an hour later, I'll sneak back over to this bag of paints that I'd had on the floor, and I literally hand in, and I was just like, oh, again. Even though they were locked away, I had them like behind the stair gate. But so for me,
I
anyway,
just know.
I went on a bit of a ramble.
No. Yeah, I've struggled with the same, and trying to entertain him, keep him away from the stairs. We ordered a stair gate. This is one frustration. We ordered a stair gate because we ordered one months ago, before he could even crawl or anything, but we were really organised. We ordered one, and then the company recalled them all because of a fault. So we sent it back and then never got another one. So then all of a sudden he decided that the stairs are his favourite thing. So we've ordered a new stair gate, and it's the wrong one. It doesn't fit. So it fits between our kitchen. So I fitted it somewhere else in the house, which we needed anyway. But the stairs are still, free to roam. So literally every second is like, I want to climb the stairs again. And to be fair, by the afternoon, we just climb the stairs, and I'm behind him the whole time, obviously, because I'm not.
I mean, it wears him out, let's face it.
It wears him out, but I'm just thinking, when I've done the stairs about 7 times, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I could have done. I'm trying to, in my head, I'm trying not to think about work, but I'm then thinking, oh, I could have done X, Y, Z in this time that I've climbed stairs 7 times. But then I'm thinking, oh, this is such precious time with him, and like,
I know. And you know what? I was thinking that today. I was thinking
the guilt.
Yeah, and I was thinking, actually, you know what? I'm so lucky to be able to have this time with him at home. And actually, I've also really noticed, like, because Angus is now working from home as well, I've noticed that Felix now goes to Angus for things, whereas before he'd always come to me when he needed a drink, or if he was hungry, or he wanted to get something down off the shelf. Like, I've noticed he actually will go to Angus now as well, and that is because we're both essentially working from home and being at home, and sort of splitting that time with him a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is lovely, and like making the most of those moments.
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to want to give me a cuddle forever.
No.
So I just need.
That's the thing. Yeah. It's trying to get that. Is there ever a balance? I don't know.
I don't think there is.
No.
Well, there obviously is, but then I think if you're full, I don't know. Like, I try to. So in the first week, actually, because I had quite a lot of designs that I needed to get finished, I was getting up. This was my schedule, and I do like a bit of a schedule, but I was getting up. We were both getting up at 6. So Angus was then taking Felix. I was then working from kind of 6:30 to 7:30 ish, so about an hour roughly in the morning. We'd then swap over. Angus would get himself ready for work and then start work. Then I'd take Felix, and then I'd do roughly 2 hours over lunch sleep. And then Angus would come down. Obviously, he's got a very short commute at the moment. He would come down about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then I would come back upstairs and work until 6:30. And
Nice.
then, so knowing that I had a clear kind of 4 hours in the day,
that's nice,
was really nice, because also it was time that I could plan to do stuff in, which was really useful for me. But then last week, by the end of last week, or when the clocks changed, actually, Felix has started sleeping late more, like longer. So I was like, let's not get up at 6 if we don't have to.
Don't force yourself.
Yeah, which is brilliant. But yeah, so that's kind of how we sort of fitted it in that first kind of week, adjusting. And then, I mean, luckily enough, obviously I can be a bit more flexible when I do my stuff. Like, I don't really have like set times for meetings and calls and things like that I can't work around Angus's work, so that's quite good. But
that's a benefit for both of us, isn't it? We don't have it's not like, oh, I've got to sit down for a meeting at whatever time and things. But yeah,
it is difficult fitting in though, and what I find the hardest is having that mental space in between the time to do stuff, to then process everything and plan and
go from like mum to work, like
and then vice versa. So even then, if I'm working, I'm thinking, did I get something out of the fridge for what's Felix going to have for dinner? What are we all going to have for dinner? Do you know what I mean? Like, I do struggle with that kind of, like, I can't be fully in one.
No, there's always something like niggling in the brain for the other thing.
Although I have to say, I did manage to get some filming done this week, or actually we did a bit of the filming at the weekend for like some online tutorials that I'm doing. So that is a big win for me.
That's a really good win.
I've got another win. Can I tell you my other win?
Go on then.
And it's a personal win.
Go on.
But so since Felix was born, I mean, you know, so with like, your body shape obviously changes massively anyway, and breastfeeding, you have to kind of, obviously the clothes that you use have to function in a way that you know, access and all the rest of it,
up, down,
and exactly. And I can honestly say, I don't think since he's been born I've managed to really sort out my wardrobe. And it got to the point where I literally couldn't close the wardrobe door, because all of those clothes that I then seemed to go through the cycle of using just kept getting put on top. Anyway,
on the chair of doom. We've got a chair of
doom. They were in the wardrobe, but it was getting into this massive heap. Oh god, it was just getting far too much. Anyway, I organised my clothes, Lucy, and I have organised them into 2 categories, more or less. One, baby friendly clothes, so they go in the washing machine easily, quickly, dry quick, doesn't matter if they get messy, blah blah blah. And then nicer clothes, not that I know when I'm ever going to wear those, especially not at the moment, but anyway, whatever, they're up and out of the way. And then, to make my life easier in the mornings with a clingy 1-year-old at my legs, I've rolled them all. So, because I've got them in a big kind of, not a box, but like a box, I guess, but rolled them. So I've got like my trousers and my jeans or whatever, and then my top, so I can see, rather than all be piled up, I can actually see them, so I can go, right, I'll have those today.
Amazing.
It's changed my it's reduced the amount of time I have to spend trying to get dressed in the morning. That's what it's done.
Wow. That is a good win. That is a really good win.
Honestly,
I'm just now thinking about how terrible our bedroom is, and like the state of the clothes. So
organisation, honestly. Amazing. I think sometimes you've got to put a bit of effort in time-wise to get there, but then once it's there, it makes life so much easier.
To be fair, I did have a good clear out a few months ago, and I think maybe we talked about this on a walk, because you were saying, and I said, I did a whole like car boot full of bags to the charity shop, and it was some clothes of Jasper's, or maybe it was when we stopped doing the walks, I can't remember. Anyway, basically everything that happened about 2-3 weeks ago feels about 4 years ago. Everything is just, time has just gone. But yeah, I had a huge clear out. This was definitely before the shops closed, because I took it to a charity shop, but I got rid of like 2 bin liners of clothes, and I'm gonna have to answer the door. 2 seconds. Hold that thought.
I think I can pause. Okay, you're back, Lucy.
Sorry for that brief interruption. Yes, I've got a dog back, a husband and a baby back in the room. But yeah, it is just all about organisation, isn't it, and kind of trying to fit everything in.
You were telling me your story about you taking stuff to the charity shop.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I was talking about that, and yeah, this is my brain. Yeah, so I got rid of a load of clothes of mine and everything, and I was like, right, trying to be organised, going, right, well, I forgot I had that top and this top, but again, breastfeeding friendly still, and whatever. And I've just been literally wearing the same, probably 4 tops, 2 pairs of jeans on a rotation, especially now, like there's nothing. I kind of almost want to start wearing something nice once a week, just to,
maybe we should do it for our chats.
Maybe. Oh, should we
wear something nice?
Should we get dressed?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean like fancy and a glass of wine. I just mean like maybe I'll wear like my non-mum friendly clothes, not mum friendly, non-baby friendly clothes. So I feel a bit smarter.
We should do, yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it next time. But
I did see on Instagram actually. So do you follow Heart Zena on Zena Shah? She's she's amazing. She's creative, and her dress sense is just, I mean, I dream of having a dress sense like that, but I'm just too, I like my stripes, I like my black, I like my skinny jeans, and that's, I like what I like. But I think her and someone else have started a Instagram challenge almost to do like rainbow coloured clothes, just to bring some like,
what's her name?
Zena Shah, but her Instagram account is called Heart Zena.
Okay, you might have to
and yeah, so she's like, they're wearing colours of the rainbow each day just to brighten up themselves.
Love that idea.
So yeah, there was like, she was wearing this beautiful red outfit the other day and yesterday, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, so not rainbow altogether colours, like
no, so like one day she'll wear like red,
blue,
top, today orange,
okay,
kind of stuff. And,
I was thinking, because Felix has got some rainbow tights, maybe I could utilise those in some way. I'm not sure,
but yeah, just, I mean, I don't have all of the colours of the rainbow clothes, but I just thought, just brightening up my outfits, or maybe just challenging myself to wear something that isn't the same stripy top. The same stripes. Yeah, we should maybe challenge ourselves each week as well, like not tell each other what we're wearing
mentally and see what happens. Let's do it.
You never know. So but yeah, but can you hear there's a little person chatting?
I can hear the little person whose birthday present I still have for you.
Yeah, that was my high of the week. My little Jasper turned 1 yesterday, so yeah, that was a kind of like a little moment of joy in a weird time. So
funny emotions though, isn't it?
Gosh, yeah. I just found myself going through my phone and looking at pictures of like, every time I looked at the clock thinking, this time last year, and then Harry's got these photos on his phone of him being weighed on the scales, and he's crying his eyes out, but they're live photos, which I didn't realise. A year later, I didn't realise that there were live photos on Harry's phone. So he was pressing them, and he's this little baby. Well, he wasn't little; he was massive. But this baby's like moving around, and I just found myself just hugging Jasper, like crying.
Oh, do you know what? I had a moment today. I looked at Felix, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, you're 16 months old." And he looked today like he's definitely having a bit of a growth spurt, but he looked like a little boy. He's out of any kind of baby face. But I still think when he was a year, he still looked babyish, whereas now, no, he looks like a little boy. Yeah, it's fast, growing so fast.
I know, time's flying, but we'll still be doing our walks. We'll be sending them off to a group or something and still doing our walks, but without babies.
Do you know what? Because Felix used to go swimming, and then there was obviously before the centres, closed down and everything. But there was this mum group that then came in after his group, and then it suddenly dawned on me. I was like, oh my god, their children are the age where they don't have to get in the water with them. Like, so the mums were on the side, and then the kids got in the pool and had a swimming lesson, and I was like, that looks good fun. Yeah. I like the idea of
on the side. Yeah. They can be looked after. Yeah, amazing.
But anyway, few years down the line, So, right. Well, I think your little one's home. I can hear my little one at the door. downstairs. So maybe we should.
He's clocked where I am, so
As he always going to come over.
Shortly he'll be entering the shop. But yeah, this has been really fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Let's hope. Well, if you have enjoyed it, other people maybe watching this, just comments. I guess wherever you comment, or just let us know if there's anything that you feel like, you know, what you want to chat about, because then
maybe there's people that are the same, like you know, got little ones trying to run a business, or feeling a bit lost at this time and just want a bit of like unmotivated chat, like drop us a message.
It'd just be really nice to hear from other people that are in a similar situation, wouldn't it? That's kind of why we got together on Wednesdays, and also why we've decided to do this. So it'd be nice to hear from other people.
Definitely. Cool.
Right, Lucy. Big love to Jasper and
I love
Harry
Felix as well, and Angus.
Yes,
and we'll speak soon. Maybe wearing another stripe
or rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak soon.
Bye.
Bye.